Oh, I am live. I am live. Barely live. God, I'm 1,000 years old. I guess I am still alive. Ah. Shop tart. Ooh, that sounds nice. Here, if you're looking for me. Oh, there we are from Vegas. Ah, your handle looks familiar. Have we met before or what? Gmail, Lesko free radio, Gmail, yeah. Who, me? Yes, you, Shop Tart. No, I don't think so. I would remember, but now you need name. Where are you? In Vegas. Vegas, I always want to use the word baby after that. Pamela, we got a Lesko Help person. I know a lot of Lesko Help people are also watch me on YouTube. I don't know if that's a better video or what. I love the channel. Thank you. What's going on? Oh, Gaby, how can I reach you to discuss back to V? What is back to V, Cassie? Well, I mean, actually, the best way, I mean, the Lesko Help is the best thing I got now, I think. So that's free.lesko.com, Lesko Help. Okay, and that's $20 a month, and I'll answer 1,000 questions from you and give you reports. I mean, I've got about 50-some reports now, giving, like I just did one on the best 25 government giveaways that nobody tells you about, and that's the problem. So I'm trying to educate people. Back to college, yes, Cassie. You know, I just did a video that I'll have up hopefully sometime tomorrow. Nuclear, there you are. Can I work for you? I'm video production. I assist you with it. I can work 15 an hour. Well, you see, my video production here is just an iPhone. That's the video production now. But let me think about it. If that's it, I guess you do editing and stuff like that, Nuclear. But back to college. I mean, I just talked about a program today. Here, look at this. This is in Maryland. Maryland is giving away college for free, okay? And they so you go free college tuition. And actually, it's junior college, so it's the first 2 years. And what they were hoping, they figured about 13,000 people would apply this year. Guess how many people applied? 1,278. They expected 13,000. Free college. Okay, here's free college. And it's not just for poor people. You have incomes up to $150,000. You're making $150,000 a year, and you get free college. And only 1,000 people applied, and they expected 13,000. And actually, over 1,700, another almost 2,000 applied, but screwed up the application. And that's the other thing. When you're applying for any government program anywhere, you contact that office. Don't contact me. I mean, I'll give you advice, but the only people who give you the true advice about any program is the office handing out the money. Yeah. The rest of us are just bullshitters. We're guessing. Yeah. So don't count on us. And that's right. Or anybody else. Oh, I got this, and it's everybody's situation is different. That's right. You go to the office handing out the money, and what you do is, ask them any question. You ask them, the office itself, whatever your question is, because otherwise you're not getting a true answer. And that's the important thing about that. And just people don't think of that. The more you contact that office, the better chance you have of getting the money. Otherwise, you just go into a pool, and who the hell knows, because then you become a human being. See, to me, I think it's being human. Don't become a digit. Don't become a robot. All this kind of stuff. Don't be professional. All those things that we're trained to do, I think, are bad. Matthew, what programs can help pay bills if receiving unemployment? Well, make sure you know about the extension of unemployment. There's two or three programs that that the unemployment has that could extend unemployment longer. So it runs out at 6 months, or whatever, different from every city, town, and state. So make sure you know about the extension from unemployment if that applies to you. Also, for unemployment, remember, there are cities now and states that could give you unemployment money if you start a business. So instead of looking for a job, you don't have to look for a job. You could start a business, and that's important. Oh, by the way, but back on this college, I'll do that. Contact you also. Great. Now, on the college thing, there is a great website called College Promise. Okay, collegepromise.org. See, that's where you want, .org. Look at that. Unless you know a subject very well, don't look at anything that is not .org, because the people will just be trying to get money from you, and you don't know enough about that topic yet to know how to spend money, and you'll just pick out the first pretty girl and give them all your money. And you don't want to do it. So just go .org, then you know you're going to learn without costing you any money. But collegepromise.org, if somebody, they have a map there of all the colleges that are free now. And I think this is going, I mean, 2 years ago, there was hardly like 40, there was only 40 colleges. Now it's gazillions or whatever it is, and it's growing exponentially. How many colleges are free? And even you look at the Democrat candidates for president, they're talking about free college for everybody. And I just saw data for the first time. I said, boy, that's going to be a big, it's not a big price at all. I mean, well, to you and I, it would be, but to government, it's nothing. It'd be like an extra, $50 billion a year, which is nothing. We just give $1 trillion, to tax cut to fat cats for just being a fat cat. Now here you go 50 billion only, so that's 5% or less of that, right? And you get something of value. You get smart people to help you grow the country. Nelson, hi, Nelson. Well, thanks for joining on. I've been very busy. I don't know why I've been doing reports and stuff like that. I'm busy, but it's fun to do. So that collegepromise.org, that tells you about all the free colleges, and keep an eye on that. Because actually, this free college, listen to this, it's for GED, like if you just have a GED, so you don't have to have a high school diploma, and that's interesting to me. Also, it's for undocumented people, undocumented, that they're eligible for the college promises too. So that's why now adults too. Now, a lot of them, that didn't start with adults. It started for like just recent graduates, but now it's including adults. And so a lot of these colleges now are giving it to adults. So you can be 50 years old and going back to get something, to start a new career. Are there really programs that will pay my bills? If so, how do I apply for them? Stephen, the real answer is maybe. But to me, there's so many other things that you probably don't know about. And that's what Lesko Help is. Now, what is hard, some people say, well, I owe $50,000 in credit card debt. Could I get a check from that? Probably not. What you get is other sources of income to pay other bills you didn't think you had to pay. If you're paying for prescription drugs, you're paying utility bills, or your back payment. Actually, you may be able to get $50,000 for a back mortgage payment. That kind of money was available for that. And also, but more importantly, there's offices that will help you solve that debt problems, okay? Show you how to shrink that from, you only pay 10% of what you owe and stuff like that. So all this kind of help you on. Because see, if you go right now and Google a debt relief, the companies, the number one company in debt relief has just been fined $25 million for being a scam. And there's many of those companies doing the same thing. So all you're going to find is scam companies, and that's why, to me, they don't, the companies, people I show you to help are Google won't show you because they're showing you the scam companies, because the scam companies giving Google a lot of money to show them you. Because they're getting a lot of money from you. So that's the problem. I'm wanting to start a farm with multiple sources of revenue. I'm also in a low income bracket. Any way you could point me to the right direction? Yes, there's a lot of money for development of rural areas, farming, and all that kind of stuff, and particularly for younger people, because our the families that are running farms are older people, and we got to get young people into that, and that's becoming. Hi, Kevin, thanks for joining. To know, and the place for that, I mean, I got a list. If you're a member, ask me about that list. I got about 400 programs, like that. Everything from, developing a new product, out in the country that you're going to sell all over the country or the world or whatever, to, if you're a kid, you could be 12 years old to get money and start a farm, And a place to start, if you're not a member, what my video has paused. Now I see you. Okay. I paused last. The menopause. Why do they call it menopause? Why don't they call it womanopause? I don't know. So anyway, the place to go is your county cooperative extension service. You want to do anything, and actually, if you want to just grow vegetables in your backyard and sell them at the farmer's market and make extra income that way. Or here's what you could do: you have old people in the neighborhood say, "Hey, let me use your backyard, and I'll grow stuff and sell it, and we'll split the profit." Stuff like that. Or here's another thing too that's happening is, an old couple, in the neighborhood, and they can't pay they've been living there 30 years and the tax has gone up and they can't afford that. Here, what you could do, you could, for like $40,000 or $50,000, put a house in the backyard. And this is what's happening in some cities. You put a house in the backyard for them to live in. It's a small house. And I'm retired, not retired, I'm old. I'll never retire. And I live in, we have 2 500 square foot apartments, and I don't need all that crap and space and everything. And so, what you can do is build that and then rent their house and make money out of it. You get tax money, you got extra money, you got all this kind of stuff. Hi, Zujo and Mr. Lesko, can I pay money to talk directly to you versus getting your monthly service? Yes, you can. You want to throw money at me, Zoo? I'll catch it. Here's where to go. Lesko.com/talk. TALK. You got to know how to spell. Yeah, and that's $2 a minute. And people, I mean, I've done about 100 or so of those. Actually, about 100 reviews. I probably did a couple hundred already just this year. And usually about 20 minutes. Allow. I mean, you want to do only 5 minutes. That's all they bill you for. How many minutes there are, that's all the bill. If you want to go an hour, then, the clock will run. It's a service I use, and then they send me, after they take their cut, they send me the rest. Emperor Verde, is that right? Okay, great. Good. Thank you very much. Right. So that. It's the County Cooperative Extension Service. That's part of the Department of Agriculture. I want government contracts. How do I apply? PTAC, P-T-A-C. That's .org. That's an organization that is funded by the Department of Defense that helps people start small businesses to sell to the government. Okay, and so they don't charge you any money. So do not Google how to sell to the government, because you get people that will charge you $300,000, $3,000, $30,000, $40,000, $100,000 to show you, and these people do all that for free and better. I was referred to you. I just gotten officially registered, and yes, you said it right. Love your energy. Oh, thanks. Oh, you mean at the PTAC? You were there? Oh, and so you already know. Okay. Well, now what you have, if you're set up to sell, then don't forget you have county government. Because PTAC more or less goes with federal. So go to your county government. They will have a special small business division to help you. And I have videos on this. People do that. And then your state government also has. So your county, state, city government, they all have special programs for small businesses to make sure they get their share. And don't forget, there's also subcontracts, which are easier than contracts. Could I set up an appointment and get more details for which programs to look for farming? Yeah, that Lesko talk. Lesko.com talk. You want to get more details on something from the horse's mouth? Yeah. Or the other place is www.free.lesko, but I don't talk there. But I'll send you stuff there. Like that list on farming, I'll send you that whole list. Yeah. Let's see. Lesko Help. Yeah, Lesko Help to me, I want that to be the only place in America that will help you apply to every bloody government benefit that you're eligible for. That's what we don't have a place to do that, and I've been studying this stuff probably more than anybody else in America. I know this stuff more than anybody else in America, and I can help you probably better than anybody. Sure, I don't know everything. Nobody does know everything, but I think I know more of everything than anybody else does. And that's what. Does West Virginia give money for starting a business? Yes. Where, what kind, and everything. It's different everywhere. That's right. If you want to start a business, here's where you got to go. You got to go to your city. You got to go to your state. You got to go to your county. You got to go to your economic authority. Sometimes there's regional authorities that help there. You got to go to the federal government. And then also there's other things that are quasi-government. Incubators and accelerators. That's another source of grant money too, that help people start a business. So there's no easy answer to this. The answer is it's going to take you a lot of research to find out what is available for you. And it's a chicken and an egg thing, and you got to go through and understand the things that are there and see how you can use them. You don't say, hey, I need something and look for that something, because that's like looking, well, okay, I want to marry a woman who's 5'9" and has these measurements and this kind of hair and everything. I mean, you could do that, but your chances are just diminished so much more than anything, instead of saying, okay, what's out there, because you don't even know what to ask. I mean, you're at a club or something, this midget walks in the room and you just fall instantly in love, and how would you know? You wouldn't go out and say a midget, but you don't know what the heart said. That's why I'm wearing more hearts nowadays. It's your heart that's more important than anything else. And North Carolina is unfortunately focused on healthcare. So hard to find grants. Yes, it's hard to find grants anywhere. That's right. What you got to do in North Carolina everywhere is see what's there. So if you gave a $50,000 contract, that's better than a $50,000 grant, because you can keep getting that. So why get a grant? And also, there's so many businesses you don't need money. You have to go out and start failing and looking and whatever. You have to build this idea. You can't sit and say you want to do X amount of business and do your research and say it's going to cost this. That doesn't work anymore. And you can't do that anymore. What you have to do, I believe, is go out, unless you have a lot of money. Sure, if you have a lot of money, there's lots of ways to spend money, and you can spend money till the cows come home to figure out how to do it right. If you don't have that, then I think it's stupid to spend a nickel. And what you want to do is, first, if you have an idea for a product or service to sell, start finding customers first. Don't start finding money first. Start finding customers first, because that's what you're going to have to do anyway. And that determines your success or failure of a business. Is not if you could find the money, it's if you could find the customers. And so people go out and try to find all this money, to start a business, then go out and find the customers, and they're looking, it's going to take them 5 years to figure out which customers and how to do it and everything. No, you start finding customers first. And there's too many ways to do that nowadays. Corporations help corporations, and our government is a corporation. That is why the big fat cats, yes. Yeah. So now what are you going to do? You want to change that? That's a different channel. I mean, the grass is growing green. You want blue grass? You're going to have to move somewhere else. Do you answer questions on Facebook? Yes, but not on Lesko, Matthew Lesko, on the Lesko Help. That's where I answer questions. You tell me, hey, I want to start this kind of business here. Where do I go? What to do? And I send you all the best sources to go there. And that's on the Lesko Help thing, free Lesko. I'm sorry if I'm snarky. I've been doing this too long, and I get snarky to entertain myself. And it's not very sensitive to you because you have a real need and it's important and your question is right and important. Let's go help. It's sort of like, about corporation. Yes, and that's terrible. The fat cats are running the show. You're absolutely right. But, there's cracks. I mean, you want to be a fat cat? Okay, then you got to learn that game. To me, cockroaches live forever. How many dinosaurs have you seen around? Cockroaches were here before the dinosaurs and they're still here. So if you want to become a fat cat, a big corporation, that means you're going to die early because you can't keep that up. If you want to be a little guy, you make only a couple million or whatever, nobody cares, and you're happy for the rest of your life. that's I mean, cockroaches live forever. Keep up. Oh, thank you, Hooked on Chronics. What's Chronics? That's neat. Absolutely right. Laura, did you answer a question on Facebook? Yes, I'm frustrated with my help search. Are you a member, Laura? If I miss you, now the problem is I don't know how to keep track of all the questions on Facebook, on the Lesko Help Facebook page, because it's questions within questions within questions. So I try to sort through all that. So what you got to do is yell at me. If I don't answer you in 24 hours, just go and yell, start a new discussion, say, hey, Lesko, you old fart, answer my question. Here it is. I don't mind being yelled at because I want to help you. And I want to be able to help people. And I want to be able to do this until I die. And the joy is in helping somebody. And so I'm not ignoring you and trying to pile up money. I don't need more. Actually, I do. I want heart suits, not more question mark suits, but heart suit. Yeah, I have a lot of people interested in actually buying my products. It's mainly genuinely am focused on helping, less greed and more assistance. Yeah, because to me, greed. I mean, that's like ice cream and all the other addictive stuff in our society. Drugs, ice cream, sex. You just want more. But for why? And to me, helping is that's probably the neatest feeling in the world, giving, and so that's why if you're able to give someone, in other words, you want to love somebody, you pick up a puppy, and you want to love it so much, right? You pick up a little baby, you want to love it so much. So I think that's what we should do with our skills that we have, is give it to society, to love society so much. We want to give it so much of ourselves, that's why I love your videos. Keeps me motivated. Oh, Empress, that's so nice. But it is, I mean, when I was, 40, 50 years ago and starting it out, I didn't know all this shit, and thank God I failed. Failing to me was the best thing that happened. I got an MBA, I go in the service, 3 years, 2 months, 9 days, got an MBA because I thought that's what I needed to succeed. I had a software company back in the 70s. That's what Brilliant to see to all these seven. And everything failed and I was not having fun. So after 2 failing business, I said, shit, man, I didn't have fun. I did like everybody told me to do. So the 3rd time I said, hey, the worst that can happen is I'll fail again. See, what's neat about failing is you realize nobody gives a shit if you fail. I used to thought I walk around big F on my forehead. Nobody cares. So I got that on my head. So I said, this time, at least I'm going to have fun, because even if I fail, big deal. At least I'm having fun every day. Isn't that the point? You want to live every day, not to live to get $1 million and then I'm now happy. How the hell do you know? And that's, I don't think you got to live every day and have fun. So what you're doing every day is your life, not what you're doing 5 years from now for 1 day, 2 days, or you like it for 5 days or whatever. No, you have a life every day. And also, if you're joyful every day, you can love other people more. And if you're joyful every day, other people love you more. I mean, walking down the street today, this is a new suit, guys. I don't know if you can see this. It's my first big heart suit. It just came from Vietnam. See, I mean, look what a world. I mean, 40, 50 years ago, whenever it was, people in Vietnam were trying to kill me, and I was trying to kill them. Now they're making my suits. Isn't that cool? Oh, what a life. Huh? It's great. It's really cheap. And actually, I get 3D printed fabric. So that's why I have this fabric printed. It's like $100 some fabric, and I send it over, maybe like 50. I don't know. It's cheap as hell. They make a suit for 200, and the biggest expense is shipping it back and forth. But here it costs 1,000 or something. That one's a badass. Yeah. Oh, I went out today, and people look, and they just say, hey, it just makes people smile. Man, if I can make people smile with something I love doing, man, what could be better than that? You know, that's why I can't get over this. How much does it cost for your help? $20. That's all. I want to be the $20 guy. All the marketing people I was hooked up with initially in starting the new kind of business, they wanted me to charge $500, want me to charge $1,000, $1,500. No, I want to be the $20 guy. And I'm finally turning the corner and doing well enough, I think, to be sustainable. And that's the important thing. Hey, man, any programs that help me with an idea patented? Yes. And actually, you know, depending on your income, they're patent attorneys for free. That's right. Free patent attorneys. Here's where to start, though. You start at your small business development center. Do not call any invention company. Do not call an invention company. Do not call an invention company. Do not call an invention company. Go to the small business development center, and also go to meetup.com, and look for an inventors meetup, or you just Google meetup clubs in your state. So you live in Wisconsin, so meetup clubs in Wisconsin. And these be nonprofit, make sure it's a .org. I lost the video, Danger Will Robinson, Lost in Space. Don't know what that is, David. Miss Samantha Lee, what does KEWL mean? See, I'm not too hip on a lot of stuff. How much does it cost for your help? Badass suit, is that sweet? Oh, Patricia, how are ya? How are you, Samantha? Well, what's KEWL, Samantha? Samantha Lee, what's KEWL? Any programs that get idea pack? Yes, and that's a people. See, it's people selling. You just have to be careful. Anybody selling? Cool. Oh, I see. Cool. Oh, I see the EW. That's far away from the O's. Oh, I see. Cool. I see. It's a hip way of spelling cool. That's terrific. Well, see, I still got a lot to learn, and it's fun. And that's why, you know, you find something to do in life, you know, that you like doing in life. And, you know, if you like playing golf for the rest of your life, yeah, well, then find a way to make money. I think the perfect life is finding something you love to do so you can give it more than anybody else, and figure out a way to get money to support yourself to do it. Now, what could be better than that? You know, and I think I understand that people want to make $1 million and not do anything. I mean, I was like that at one time. I think that is stupid, but I can't judge everybody else's life because we're all struggling. No matter what you're doing in life, you're struggling. And we have no right to tell somebody else how to live their life because we don't know what the hell to do with our own life. So we don't have the right to tell somebody else what to do with their life if we don't even know what the hell to do with our own. Back when I was young, I used to trim trees from power lines. Well, that's better than trimming power lines from trees, isn't it? I think I was going to use my own funds for now on you and on my business. I refuse to pay anyone else. Well, whether you pay me or anyone, you got to learn, you know, and go to places that will help you for free. Go to the Small Business Development Center. Maybe they'll help you, maybe they won't. You get mixed. There's no guarantee anything in life. Anything I send you or anybody else sends you, don't guarantee. You know, I mean, look at all the diet books we sell, billions and billions, and we just keep getting fat. So they don't work, and all they say, oh, they work. You know, they may or may not. I mean, even drugs, you know, even, you know, these scientific papers that are in professional journals, 2/3 of the studies are wrong. After you review it in 3 years from now, 2/3 of those headlines that you saw in the scientific journals turn out to be wrong. But, and this is life. Yeah. So that's why you have to plan for failure. Do not plan for success. Just do this and you'll be successful. That's to me dumb because I've written 100 books, something I spent my whole life doing, writing books for people, and I'm wrong 90% of the time. I only made money on 10 of the 100 books I've written. Yeah. Yeah, I've tried every resource in my county, but I'm not going up. Yeah, that's the thing. Then when that runs out, then that's how you get smart. But when everything else fails and you still have energy, then you get smart. What you should have done the first time, but you couldn't think that way. You could only think that way when all the other shit fails. I'm an older lady, and I was told I can't do anything because of my age. But I was so bad to prove them wrong. I just want to know how to get started. What do I have to, and what choices do I have? Well, the old lady who wants to get started, this could be starting something big. It's going out and failing and trying a whole bunch of shit that doesn't work. Yeah. And that's it. If you have an idea, you don't know what's good or bad, you remember, and maybe you're older to be able to believe this more, is that your heart is smarter than your brain. So you trust your heart. This is why I'm wearing hearts all over my suits. That you have to trust your heart more, because if your heart wants to do it, you'll go through the bullshit it's going to take to make it happen. And that's important. Shout out Facebook and groups. And that's important about the heart being this. And then you just think, okay, and say maybe you want to work with kids or something like that, and you don't know what to do. Well, you go volunteer somewhere and help kids. You go to 211.org and look for nonprofit organizations, because that's all it is government offices, nonprofit. Say you want to help them with the kids. So you see, okay, what do the kids need? And then you see, oh, you know what they need? They need somebody to teach them English. And so now what you do is a service that takes kids like that, teaches English. You charge or figure out, you do it for free first to see if there's really a need. And then you think about charging and how to charge, or whatever kids think, whatever it is. See, there's ways to take anything like that, and turn it into income, and that's important. Glad you're still around. Well, John, yes, I am, because I don't know what the alternative is. I know what it's called, but I don't know what it is. Hopefully my heart guides me to the art council in my city. Yes, hooked on crime. Well, try there. Now, besides the art council, you have a state arts council, and then you have a federal National Endowment of the Arts. And then you have things like Patreon. Now, that's another way for artists to give money, where it's a crowdfunding, and they're giving out over $1 million a month now to artists who sign up Patreon. And all these things cost nothing. Yeah. Matthew, I miss Les, our internet superhero. Oh, that's nice, Samantha. Boy, your words just keep me going, Samantha. Thank you so much. We all need food for the soul, don't we? And that's why most of our jobs don't give us that. Chicago is wired 8P. Now, I'm not sure what 8P is, but that's nice. As I get older, I find I have to pee a lot more, but that's another issue. That's what it is. What else did I have? Oh, apps. I got talked about apps for jobs. I mean, now there's robots give you will give you a $24 an hour job anytime you want. And that's on robots. These apps that are available. So watch the video. It comes out. I'm going to come out. I reviewed a bunch of apps that do this and how to get a quick job. Maybe you want to work for a day, you want to work for an hour, whatever. A lot of it is in the food service and party business and stuff like that. Patreon, yes. Patreon doesn't go against my SSID. My life is on the edge, and my food for the soul, right? Patreon doesn't go against my, oh, that's nice. I didn't know that. Yeah, I don't know all those rules. You have to dance around all those things, and that's good. But to me, you start figuring out how to make more money that you don't need a SSDI. That's the thing. I'm both Chicago and it's tricky, but it has to be glitched. not sure what that. I'm sure here, but there has to be a glitch. Hooked. Okay, not sure what that means. Do you have any advice on starting a nonprofit for the homeless? Uh, yes. If you remember, I have a report that I'll send you. It shows you the best 10 places to get money for any kind of nonprofit. Okay, now there's two places to start for nonprofits. One is your Small Business Development Center. They'll help you with that, any kind of legal, marketing, all kind of stuff. Then also what to do if you want to help homeless where you live, contact your county government. Your county government has something called the Community Development. And the Office of Community Development, that's in charge of helping the homeless. That's the biggest source of grants to help the homeless. So you go there, even though don't become a nonprofit first, or nothing. You call them up and you say, I want to talk to somebody because I'm thinking of starting an organization and I'd like to get some information, okay? And if they burn you off, then you call your elected official, your state elected official, who, you probably have 2 or 3 where you live, and ask them get you a contact there to be able to talk to somebody, because they can do it better than maybe if you fail. And you go down and talk to these people belly to belly and try to understand what they have money for, what they're trying to solve. If you want to use that, there's other ways to get money. Maybe you don't want to use that money. And if you say, oh, they're only doing that and I don't want to do that, so I got to find, then that's another problem. See, what you have to do is go out and start understanding what the world is now there. So you provide something that is either sellable or needed or whatever. You got to figure all that out, and just not from your sampling of the 3 people think that this is a great idea. It may or may not be. And that's why you see the closer you could get to trying to get a customer, the better. So if you want to help people homeless doing something, maybe educating them, just do it. You do it for free at the public library. Say Tuesday mornings, I'm going to give free classes on whatever it is, how to shine your shoes to get a better job, whatever. And you do that for free to try to understand if that's what people really need. Jesus loved me. Glad somebody does. I have to catch the rest of this later, Matthew. I'll be back on the road right now. Great. Thank you, Charles. Love you, brother. Keep it going. Nice of you to say that. Where do I get the emergency fund? I got a listing. If you Lesko help, just tell me about it. I send you the 5 sources that are there. If you not, there's, again, your county. Your county is a place to start, because that's where the emergency money starts. Now, there's other sources, but that's the best place to start. So you call your county government, and you're looking for community development again. The same people help the homeless. They help people with emergency money. But it's not the only place, but it's the best place to start. How do I catch the rest of this later? Okay, true to bat. Yeah, nice. Hey, Matthew Pickett. I'm in the Navy and trying to help my mom repairs to get her house. I sent her your report for Texas, but she denied because she was disabled. Well, that's silly. She probably didn't ask enough places. Well, go back. You're obviously send me back the report I sent you or whatever, and let's try to help your mom some more, because if she's senior and disabled, there got to be something, so let me look harder. Or maybe she doesn't have the skills to be able to find this stuff. So you and I maybe have to help her a little more on this stuff, because there should be places. I remember you back in the day and still look the same. God, like, well, not my hair, right? That's great. I used to have brown stuff or whatever the hell. Like the Department of Homeland, DHS, Department of Homeland Security. Is that it? What do you mean? I remember back then. Thank you for an acknowledgement. I will look into it. God bless. Okay, Mark. Listen, guys, I gotta go. I gotta wake up and do like 7 more reports tomorrow that I'm due to clients, and I gotta do that, and then answer questions on Lesko Help. And remember, if I don't answer within 2 days, yell at me. How do I get basic income every month? That's coming. Yeah. but use the existing programs that are there. I have a report of 35 short videos that tell you all the different ways you get government programs to pay for things. Okay. Thank you for your dedication, Matthew. You've been such a blessing. Oh, that's awfully nice. I've been telling my staff about you. My God. Oh, thank you. Now, I mean, see, that's what I mean. It is something like that is to have somebody else on the planet say that about you. I can't think anything better. I mean, I didn't think this way younger. Obviously, I was after different stuff, but marijuana community resources for working dispensaries. Ah, yes. No, my one boy is very active in that. SSDP. He started the local chapter, runs their database and everything. And now, actually, for growers, he has a database that sort of like the Good Housekeeping seal of approval for marijuana growers. Yeah. Windows in my home don't close. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of, I'll send you a free report as a member on how to find all the repair programs where you live. You're such a positive person, Lesko. Well, thank you, Dustin. Okay, thanks. Okay, guys, thank you again for being there. It's wonderful to get responses from people. It's wonderful to try to help. So thank you for allowing me to help.